Hi, this is Dwemer. You're watching my channel, Fading Interest, and I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to try a Let's Play. This is called One of Everything, and my goal here is to find, create, craft, or pick one of every legally craftable block in the game, or legally findable. There are over 400 blocks in the game. A few of them are not legal in a survival game, and you can't really find or craft, like chainmail or straight up water. But everything else is fair game. And first things first, I am going to develop a great hall, and I'm going to put up picture frames and signs for every item, and then I'm going to go collect these items. And this should be interesting. Usually I do shorter videos that are just how to make this thing or how to build something clever. This is my first attempt at a Let's Play, and I'll tell you right now, I hate jungles. Jungles are they're terrible. The bottom falls out of you pretty quick. You can get lost and trapped in them at night. You can get hung up on the leaves. So I'm going to find my way out of this jungle, and then I'm going to set up a base, and I'm going to try and scout around for a good place to have this great hall. I'm not really going to bother collecting anything on the one of everything list right away until I have the great hall going. Pumpkins seem like a good thing. So food, I've been watching some of my friends play vegetarian Minecraft lately, and one of the interesting things that I've found is that certain foods are pretty efficient in terms of the effort it takes to gather them. And since I'm planning on having something like 400 item frames, I'm going to need 400 pieces of leather. So I'm not going to use cows for food. I'm going to use, I'm going to go for the potatoes and the pumpkin and things like that. This is right before the pre-release of 1.5. So you're going to get to see all of these fun little additions that have happened. I guess you can't do it that way. There we go, since 1.5 came out. I just give myself a set of tools to start working with. What the heck? We'll go with a hoe. You're going to see a lot of achievements kick off because I do snapshots almost every week that they're up. Currently achievements aren't server side, they're client side, so all of my achievements reset pretty much every week. And so I'm not really concerned about achievements. What I am concerned about right now is food and opportunity. Hey, Mr. Chicken. Alright, so I saw some pumpkins. We'll come over and grab the pumpkins. And then I'm probably going to move past this biome. I don't like jungle biomes, and I'm not a huge fan of the snow biomes. What I'd like is a nice rolling plain. And I also apparently am just burning up the daylight, not really concerned about my first night. Oh, I've been doing a lot of builds lately. I almost forgot. There we go. I think I also have clouds turned off. Alright, that's good enough for now. Yeah, that's a pretty embarrassing thing to constantly forget. That would have been embarrassing if we got to the first night and nothing came out. I remember one time back when multiplayer had first come out, survival multiplayer had first come out, they didn't really have mobs in the game yet. This is before they did. And my friend Phineas and I were playing, and we were very concerned about our mobs, and we would run and we would do a bunch of work, and then we would we'd run and hide because we thought the mobs were going to come out and get us, and it turned out we had been playing all day in a version of Minecraft that did not support hostile mobs, but it was pretty funny. I don't know if he remembers that. He probably does. Alright, so I lucked out. I didn't have to take the silly route of burning my tools or burning trees to make charcoal. I found a nice little bit of coal, which is always a bonus. Often I spend my first day in a new Minecraft build just chopping down trees and hiding in holes, or running around like mad looking for sheep to make beds. I think I'm gonna take Phineas's latest take on playing a single player game and try and live a little dangerously. I'm not gonna live as crazy dangerous as he does in his vegetarian game, but I am going to not be as safe as I could be. And we're not going to bother looking for shears. We're just going to find the first 3 sheep we can to get our wool. Excellent. I have a habit of sprinting all over the place, so food is going to become an issue. You know, here we go. So I've been watching people play vegetarian Minecraft lately, which is kill nothing, and it really forces your hand in a lot of ways. But one of the things that I've learned from it is the value of pumpkin pie, baked potato, and oddly enough, cookies. Cookies they do not last. Go. But you can sure make them pretty cheap. So yeah, I hate the jungle, but I will dash in to get some cocoa beans so I can make some cookies. There's not a lot of sustain to them. The food you eat have a couple different properties. One of them is what you get out of it in terms of hearts, and the other is how full it makes you. And cookies do not make you full pretty much at all, so that the health that you get from them burns up pretty quickly. Okay, 15 is pretty good. You can see I've already got a little bit of an issue with food. I've just been running around like mad. Okay. Kill some chickens. So I guess goal number 1 is find a suitable place for the Great Hall. The Great Hall is going to be where I make essentially the completion monument for this playthrough. I have a few rules that I'm going to try and follow once I do settle down. And that basically involves how far out I run on a map. I'm going to be making maps, and I'm going to be making a map, expanding it twice, and then I can't move off of the border of that map until I've opened it all up. And all right, I've got 8 chicken. I've got I used up that stone, that cobble, to make a pick, didn't I? Oh, okay, well, here we go. I've got a couple minutes until the sun goes down. What I'm going to do is just pretty much the basic setup. Make my furnace. Cook my chicken, eat my chicken. Get out of these biomes. Try and find a nice desert, or nice plains, or a mountain. also realized that I have my sound of the game pumped in through the headphones, and I'm using a desk mic. So maybe I'll change that up so everybody else can hear. My mic tends to pick everything up. If you've watched any of my other videos, you'll hear me clicking away on my keyboard, pounding on it. You'll hear my radiator going off in the background. The thing picks everything up. That's good enough for now. Let's see what we got here. I love a lot of the new additions that they have added to the game in terms of ease of crafting. All right. I wish they would make beds different colors. I suppose I could just write my own bed textures if I wanted to. That's pretty. You know, that's probably a pretty good place to stop for right now. Alright, so in the world, I'm in a bunch of biomes I don't like, although I think I see a swamp biome out that way, so I'll go explore that next. Gonna build a great hall. I've got to raise a ton of cattle, and then I've got to find one of everything in the game. Cool. Well, that's cooking. Sun's setting. I'm gonna go to bed.